Okay, the very last step of this conversion, at least as far as the actual converting bits go, is the precharge. All we've got is a normal incandescent globe connected to 2 alligator clips. Now, as you can see here, we've already hooked up one side of the battery pack, so between that pin on this Anderson and this pin on this Anderson is the 440 volts. These lead back to this terminal there and the terminal under there. So what we're going to do is put a clamp on there, a terminal down there, and a clamp on the terminal up here. What will happen is the light will come on for a bit and then turn off.
This is not connected up or anything? Or?
No, that shouldn't matter. Okay. Done? Going?
Going.
Okay, so the final stage is to pre-charge the capacitor bank before we plug it all in. So we've got one side of the alligator clips to the terminal way down in there, connected to this incandescent globe, and then connected there. What will happen is we connect it up, the globe will glow for a moment and then turn off, and then once it's off, then the capacitors are charged. What will also happen is the BMS will power up. So I'll just connect it up now. Yep, you saw the glow. It's all good to go. Double check to see that it's on. Excellent. And then we plug it in. And the bike's on. Powered up. Okay, so we're nearly there. We can just have a look down here. By now you should have mostly done, so the temperature sensor board should be hooked up, pre-charge done, this plugged in. During pre-charge you may have noticed that little green light on this blue box should have come on. If it hasn't come on, flick this switch, so that's off, goes on, little green light. All these green lights should be on. If they're not, then it's going to be an issue. First thing you want to test is when you disconnect one of these red leads, as in pull them apart. On this one it's soldered. On the kit you'll have a crimp connector. You pull one apart, this will have a really loud buzzing noise. It'll go ee, and this red light will probably come on too. That's good. Put it back together, it should come undone. Now, next thing before you do anything else, is want to plug it in to make sure it charges okay. So basically you just plug it into the mains, like so, and it should come on. If it doesn't come on, chances are you need to hit the reset button, which is just back here. You hit that, you hear a click. So that's the main relay inside the master module turning on, connecting your bike to the grid. It should power up. You'll notice there's a lot less noise because obviously the fan, the battery fan doesn't exist anymore, so the only fan running will be the one from the charger. It'll still take a while to come up. It starts charging. Now you usually wait a few minutes because if there's an error with the temperature sensor boards, it'll stop charging. So you wait for a little while, basically until the 21 degrees stops saying 21 degrees and it says something else. If after 5 minutes or so it's still charging, then all is well. We can get on to putting it back together.
Okay.
Okay, we saw a moment ago that the temperature went up to 22 degrees and came back down to 21 degrees. So that's good. It means the temperature sensor boards are reporting the temperature to the CAN bus and so the charger. So that's exactly what we want to see. It's still charging, so that's good. It's all working well. If you're not at this stage and something's not working, as it's not charging, the green light won't turn on, or it just plain won't work, then it's a good time to get in contact with me, either by email or give me a call. Yep, okay. Alright, when you're charging, before you've put any of it together so it still covers off, what you're looking for is the voltage in this gauge to go reach the voltage here. So at this stage it won't matter what your fuel gauge shows. I've set it to 0 with my laptop, but if you've done a red battery light, run to red battery light, it should already be 0 anyway. What is important is that this battery voltage reaches the target voltage before this gets to full. if your bike doesn't do this, as if this gets to full and the charge stops because full bars, not because the voltage has reached the target voltage, it means your lithium battery is not fully charged. In which case, I'd recommend not discharging past half bars until that happens. What you may encounter is the BMS may turn off the charger, as in disconnect the charger from the mains before the charger shuts itself down. If that happens, it means your lithium battery is fully charged. I would, however, still recommend for the first 5 cycles or so, not going past half bars, just in case there's a slight imbalance issue that the BMS has to correct. So what I'm showing here is the voltage rising to target voltage. So it does. So you have an idea of what it should do.